Hello, Bruce Society. I'm so excited to be here today. That's a motorcycle. It's gone. Okay. My name is Michaela. I am a gold leader with Young Living. I'm part of this incredible team. My enroller is the amazing Stacy Malkus, and her enroller is Carol, which is how I ended up here. 2022, the word for 2022 for me was just simply yes. It's the year of yes for me, which have taken me on some pretty incredible and hilarious detours in life. But I have decided to say yes to everything. Good morning, Sherry. Hi, Kylie. So I've decided to say yes to everything this year. So when Carol goes, would you like to speak on a topic in front of thousands of people on in a Facebook group? Sure. When Young Living contacted me not too long ago asking if I can speak at European convention in Spain, I'm like, why not? And I'm huffing and puffing on valor and panicking about the whole thing. But you know what? I always end up on a fun adventure. So year of yes, that's why I'm here talking to you guys today. Hi, Jessica. Hey, Marlene. Hey, Annette. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, so I wanted to talk today about dreaming big. When Carol first asked what topic I wanted to speak on, I was on a serious high from an incredible retreat we had together with the team. And the theme was to enjoy the journey, dream big, go for it. And so I was on such a high. So I'm so glad I decided to speak on that topic, because you know, when you meet your team, you hang out, you go to convention, you go to the retreats, you're on such a high, and then you come home and you get into the daily routine and the kids and cooking and all the things, and you kind of like, And so I just needed this like reminder. So I'm so happy I chose this topic. So dreaming big, why is this a topic that I'm so passionate about? So 2 years ago, it was in June 2020. I was feeling a little bit lost because there was this pandemic that happened globally. I don't know if anyone else felt lost. Maybe you all were just like going and continuing on with your life, but I was feeling very lost. And so I was in the distillery, which is Carol's business group, and there was this woman that came on. She was at Carol's house. Her name is Carissa Kuchis, and she is one of Tony Robbins' trainers. I think she's the only female trainer. She has so much energy. If you've never heard of her or seen her, please follow her on social media, look her up. She's got these incredible programs. She just came in as this just breath of, I don't even know, not fresh air, but she just infused me with so much energy and so much just belief in life and my purpose and my dreams and this business. So I just had to sign up with this 8-week program that she had. And during this 8-week program, it was a lot of work on your identity, but the thing that changed my life forever was a meditation that she did, a guided meditation that she had us sit and think about where we wanted to be in 3 years from now. And not just sit for 5 minutes and think, oh, I want to go there, I want to do this. But like literally we sat for hours and just wrote down every single detail of what we saw. And I was sitting in my house in California, in Leucadia, Encinitas, California. Anyone who's from there? Oh, hello. And I was sitting in there and I was just sitting for hours and just writing everything down. Like, what did I see? How was I feeling? What was I wearing? Who was around me? What did it smell like? What did it look like? She wanted us to write every single detail that we could see. And I saw in 3 years from now, I was standing in a barn, and I had this long wooden table in front of me with reclaimed wood. And I had my whole team around me. And I had a big quote on the wall that was this inspiring quote. I had a big stage behind me. I was wearing a suit jacket. I was wearing colorful earrings. I was wearing high heels. I was standing with my arms like this power position, you know, like a Wonder Woman kind of position. As I was talking to my team, and I was feeling just so powerful. And I had the doors to the barn open, and outside I could just see this big field of just green grass, and the kids were running around, and I could hear sheep outside. Those of you that have been to Southern California, does this sound like Southern California to you? I was so happy and enjoyed my life in Southern California for sure, but when I saw this vision and I felt what I felt, and I saw the people in front of me, and I heard the sheep outside, and I saw the barn in front of me, I realized I'm originally from Sweden, and I realized I want to go back to Sweden. I want to live in the countryside in Sweden. I want my kids to just run around free in nature. I want to build something for my team where we can have retreats and we can hang out and we can just shoot ideas. That was the thing that I was doing when I was meditating. I was standing there in front of my team, and we had this whiteboard, and I had a pen in my hand, and we were just going idea, idea, idea. And we just had all these ideas, and we were dreaming big, and we were doing this together, and the atmosphere was incredible. It was so colorful. It was pastel everywhere. It was rainbows. It was amazing. It was a dream. Like, I dreamed big. And so I was so emotional after this that I sat down with my husband, who's not Swedish, by the way, has never lived in Sweden. And I said, I think I want to move to Sweden. I want to live in the countryside. I want to grow our own food. I want animals. And I told them the whole vision, and I saw it so clear what I wanted. And he was like, I mean, 3 years is a short period of time to make that big of a change. I would have to quit my job. We would have to sell our house. There's a pandemic. When is that even going to end? Like, how would we move the whole family, schools, blah, blah, blah. And then I was so excited about this that I told one of my best friends about this too. Her name's Johanna, and she works in the migration department in Sweden. And she said, I think it sounds amazing, but you should know that your English husband will soon not be a European citizen anymore, because England is getting out of the EU when the year shifts. And it takes about 3 months to apply for residency for an EU citizen in Sweden. So if Brexit, as it's called, when England left the EU, if that happens at the end of December, that means you will have to be in Sweden by September and apply for him to become a resident. Otherwise, you're screwed, and basically your family can never move here. This was July 2020, during the pandemic, when the whole world shut down. We basically were told, if we ever want this dream to happen, we have to do it now, and we got 3 months to do it. And I brought this up, where is it? I wrote this long message to Carol in my upline that was like, this is never gonna happen. Our green card expires in February 2021. You have to be in the country where you apply for a new one. We can't get to Europe because they don't allow US citizens. My daughter is only a US citizen. I haven't applied for Swedish citizenship yet. That process takes 3 months. We need to renovate the bathroom because it's leaking. We can't, I mean, the list is so long. It is so long. I was just like, and this, and this, and this, and this. But you know what the thing was that Carissa was talking about? She was saying, I want you to just think about what you want. I don't want you to think about what's possible. I want you to think what you want. You know, like that notebook when he's like shaking her going, what do you want? And she's like, it's not that easy. He's like, just what do you want? So not what does your kids want? What does your husband want? What's financially possible? None of that. Like, let all of that go. What do you want? And I was trying to remember that when I was just sitting there and seeing all the blockages, like with the whole world shutting down and no airplanes, and the dog was 3 inches too big to get on the airplane. I mean, it was a mess. I was just thinking that, like, we'll figure out the how. The how always works out. If you want something really bad, if you have a big dream and you take action and you decide to go for it, the how magically somehow works out, because you refuse for anything else to happen than what you've decided is about to happen. So anyway, just so I don't miss anything I wrote, I'm so prepared. I wrote some stuff down. Okay, blah, 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 wrote to Carol. Okay, so now, this is 2 years ago. In July, I got to invite my whole all my silver leaders got to come for a silver retreat to our barn. And I want to show you around. Here is the stage. the pastel stage that I envisioned. Here is the logo on the barn doors for our team, Global Oilers. Here is the doors that look out into the green field. And I don't think you can hear the sheep right now, but they're out here. You can hear the sheep when you're out here. There's our dog who was 3 inches too big. She had to go on a cargo flight and she had to stay in a pet hotel in Germany for 3 days. That's her. This is our green field out here, and it goes in all directions. I am in Sweden now. I did it. Here's the long wooden table where I had my whole team. Here is the inspirational quote on the wall. Everything that I saw in that vision, I walked into this house. We've looked at 1 million houses. We've gone through so many rentals, so many properties. Like, we've gone through everything. And I walked into this barn and I was like, here it is. This is literally what I saw. This is literally what I saw when I sat down and decided what I wanted. It's insane. Yeah, so 2 years later, I got to sit here with my entire team. And I thought, why the hell do we not invite the president of Young Living here in Europe? And she said yes, and she came too. So Kristen Todd was here with us when we celebrated our silvers. And I had recorded a Zoom call I did with my team when I had gone through Carissa's training. And I showed it. That's how we started the retreat. I showed them the recording of the Zoom where I'm sitting there saying, I am envisioning a long table, and they sat at the long table. I'm envisioning a quote on the wall, and they saw the quote. They saw me in my suit jacket. They saw me with my colorful earrings. They heard the sheep outside as I'm on a Zoom recording 2 years prior talking about the sheep outside. And I'm telling you this because what I really want to talk about today in terms of dreaming big is the importance of speaking it. Speak it, like speak it out loud. What is your dream? First of all, sit down and like, what do I want? Not what's possible, like what do I want to the core of my being? What am I dreaming of? And this can change. It can be something small. It can become something bigger later, but what do you want? And once you decided, this is what I really, really want, speak it. Speak it. And I've listed 5 different reasons of why this is so important. And I'm not usually organized at all, but Kristen Todd, who was here for the retreat, one of the things she said in her presentation was, always be prepared. And I was like, I'm never prepared for anything. So this is new for me. Okay, speak it. Number 1 reason this is so important. Like I said, my whole team was here. Oh, I can take a picture of the quote later. It's a Scott Fitzgerald quote. Actually, I'll read it now. For what it's worth, it's never too late, or in my case, too early, to be, I just dropped my earring, to be whoever you want to be. There's no time limit. Start whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. We can make the best or the worst of it. I hope you make the best of it. I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you've never felt before. I hope you meet people who have a different point of view. I hope you live a life you're proud of. And if you're not, I hope you have the courage to start over again. Love that quote. Okay. So like I said, I had my whole team here and we were watching this on Zoom and we're all crying because it's so surreal that we're just sitting in this spot that I'm talking about 2 years prior before ever being in this spot. But why it was so amazing too is because I had spoken it 2 years prior and they followed me. My whole team has followed me for 2 years during this journey. And we have worked together to get to where we as a team are today. Like, that does not say Michaela. That says Global Oilers. That is our team. This is our team's headquarters. This is where we meet. This is where we'll have retreats. This is where we'll have celebrations. This is ours. And because I spoke it, it was just as emotional for them because they follow this whole journey and we have all worked together to get here. And so I think it creates such a team spirit when you're all working towards the same thing and you have a vision that you share. Even though everyone has their own dreams, it's incredible to get to follow someone on their journey and be part of their team and what they want and what they want to achieve. So speak it so that you as a team can rally for something and celebrate together. That was number one. Number two, I've done a number of reels and talked on social media about the barn and about the vision and about the move and moving across the world during a pandemic and all of that. And so I also attracted like-minded people because I'm constantly sharing what my dream is. So people that have similar dreams or who get inspired to dream start following me and want to come and join the team because I'm talking about something that they're interested in as well. So you're attracting a lot of like-minded people by speaking it out loud. Number three, and this is a really important one, people love to help. It's in our genes, it's who we are. That's what humans do. They love to help each other. And they love to feel needed and feel like they were a part of something bigger than themselves. So when I say, my dream is to blah, 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 there's going to be people that say, hey, I know someone that lives on that island you're talking about. I know someone that has a barn. Maybe you can talk to them and get some inspiration. Hey, I know someone that moved during a pandemic. So when I'm speaking about what I'm wanting, people are just like, oh, I know someone. I can help you with that. I know how to do that. And so it's so much easier to reach your goals when there's a whole group of people lifting you up and helping you. And an example of that, bringing it back to Carissa again, another business coach that I did a training with who is incredible, and any one of you in San Diego may have gone to see her at Six Figures event that we did a few years ago. Her name is Jerisha Hawk. Incredible business coach, by the way, if you want to follow her on Instagram too. Okay, Jerisha had a dream that when she turns 30, she wanted to have made her first $1 million. She wanted to be in Forbes magazine and she wanted to be on stage with Tony Robbins as a coach. And by the time I was working with her, she had already made her first $1 million and she had already been in Forbes magazine. And what do you think happened when she said to me, yes, my third dream goal that I want before I'm 30 is to meet Tony Robbins? Anyone? The first thing I did is write an email to introduce her to Carissa Kutches, of course, who is his trainer and the person that changed my life. And so all I did was write an email and connected them saying, you're both such amazing coaches. This is Jerisha's dream. I know that you work with Tony every single day. I just wanted to introduce you guys because you two together would be such a power couple. And I left it. It took me 2 minutes. 2 minutes and it was gone. And a few months later, I saw them on Instagram in stories saying, my new best friend, we're working on new projects together. And I was like, yes, that was so amazing. And I hardly did anything, but that is the human nature, right? Someone says, oh, I want to work with Tony Robbins, and you just worked with someone who works with Tony Robbins. Of course, I'm going to connect them together. So speak it. Jerisha Hawk is J-E-R. Oh my God, I have to write it down to see it in front of me. Hold on. Jerisha. Okay, Jeresha. And Hawk, no S at the end. Jerisha Hawk. Yes, so speak it, because then you'll find all these people. So say, for example, your dream is to, I don't know, run your own farm. Well, do you know how many people run farms in this company? There'll be people that are like, oh, I know someone, you should go visit this farm, you should go visit that farm. Oh, are you growing this? I know someone that grows that. So speak it, because you'll get all of these people that are like, I can help, I know someone. Okay, 4, by dreaming big and by speaking it and telling others, and also putting action into your words and working towards your dream, not just speaking it, but actually working towards it, you will inspire others to do the same. If we all dared to dream big and we took action steps every single day to reach our dreams, do you know the changes we could make in this world? If people just focused on dreaming big and reaching their goals and helping others to dream big and reach their goals, if we all spent our days doing that, what an amazing world we would create. So by speaking it and by following your dreams and taking little steps every single day, you will inspire others to do the same. And you're just creating an incredible community, country, world, etc. 5, accountability. If you speak it and you say, this is my dream, this is what I'm working towards, the whole world knows. So there's a whole bunch of people out there going, every time they see you, hey, how's it going with that dream? And you're like, shoot, I really wanted to do nothing today, but I have to work towards it, because next time someone asks me how it's going, I need to have a response other than, oh, well, you know, life. No. Speak it and it'll give you accountability. And I wanted just to go back quickly to action, because I wrote down Annette here, who is here, I just saw. One of her dreams is she lives in one part of Sweden up here, and her kids and grandkids live down here. Her husband is up here. Her dream is to be able to go to see and hang out with her kids and grandkids whenever she wants. So she wants an apartment here, and she also wants to live here, but she also wants the finances to be able to just go back and forth and be where she wants to be, hang out with her grandkids and hug them whenever she wants to. It's a beautiful dream, and she's working towards it. And when I say action, I mean taking little steps now, as if there is no question where you're going. There is no question or doubt in her mind that she's not going to have that apartment close to her family. No doubt. That's what she's working towards. There's not even a question about it. And so the steps that she takes every single day is working towards that in her business. So if I enroll this amount of people, then I will earn this much money, which will pay for that deposit. And she starts looking into apartments in that area. She starts looking at how much it's going to cost, how much do I need to bring in, and she's sharing that vision all over the place. And so when people come into her team, they see her every single day working towards getting their apartment and being close to her family, visiting her family. She shares on social media how she's visiting her family, how she's out there looking for apartments. We get to see the apartments that she's choosing. Like, that is taking action steps and sharing it with her team and beyond, and people are inspired to do that. So when Annette, here she is, when Annette tells me, like, I think I found an apartment, I'm looking for an apartment, or when I call, we talked on the phone today, which is why I thought of Annette, like, I'm down visiting my grandkids. It makes me so happy, because I know that that's her dream, and I get to be a part of that, and I get to inspire and help her dream big and go after her dreams. It is so inspiring when you're taking action steps towards that dream. Not just talking, but taking action steps to get there. Like when we were looking for the barn and going on Instagram going, oh, there's a little bit too much poo in this one. And people get to follow along with that. It's kind of fun. Okay. Okay, last thing. What if I'm content with my life? I don't want to dream big. Like, I have everything I need. I might need a little bit extra firewood in winter. Like, I'm just happy. I'm content. Why do I need to dream big? Why is that even important? Well, first of all, what we just talked about before, when you're dreaming big and you're going after big dreams, you're inspiring others around the world to do the same thing. But there are also a lot of people who are not content with their life, that do not have food on the table, that do not have all the things that they need. So if you feel like you don't need to dream big for yourself, there are a lot of people out there that need you and want you to dream big for them. So with that said, I just wanted to share what my why is right now, because I'm sitting in my barn and I'm dreaming big still, even though I'm here, and the dream that I had 2 years ago, I'm living it right now, and it's so amazing. I'm so grateful. That doesn't mean I'm just gonna sit back and be like, well, I did it. I'm 41, reached my dream. I'm just gonna sit here in my barn and enjoy this life. No, I got other things I need to do. We got more dreams to reach. And so I just wanted to share a story. I worked for a nonprofit called Landmine Action, and I was in charge of a project in Western Sahara. We were clearing landmines and cluster munitions in the desert. And it was me and 36 military men in the desert in a tent. There were no women. And we talked about this so often that we were the only organization on the spot. So we were the only income generating opportunity for refugees that lived on the border of Algeria. And I was always saying, like, we're creating this income discrepancy between men and women because we're only hiring men. Well, you know, it's not for women. This job is for men. It's not for women, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I was in Norway with the foreign ministry and did a presentation, and they offered 2 million euros to our project if we followed this UN resolution that had basically a gender clause. We had to take gender into consideration in everything that we did. If we did that and we could prove that we have a gender perspective in everything that we did, then we would be granted this 2 million euros. So I went back to the people I was working with and I said, you know this thing about hiring women we've been talking about, you know, equalizing this a little bit. We will be given 2 million euros if we hire 50% women. Everyone's like, yep, let's do it. Let's go recruit. Not a problem whatsoever. And that was the day I realized that money talks. I've worked for a lot of nonprofits, and I've always felt like in international development, and I've always felt like I'm not making a difference, like nothing's happening. I'm just this tiny little person doing this tiny little thing, and I know a lot of people doing a lot of good is going to create a big change, but I just always felt like someone else is always deciding and like putting a cap on what we can achieve, right? And when we hired all these women and they graduated and they were out there clearing cluster munitions, I was just sitting there going, I don't want to start my own nonprofit. I want to start my own foundation. I want to be the person that makes that decision. I want to be the person that goes to nonprofits and says, you want to start a farm? Sure, I'll give you $1 million. I'll give you $1 million if you make sure that you hire someone from every single ethnic group so they're all represented in your organization. Oh, you want to start a farm? Okay, well then you need to make sure that you have pollinating flowers all around here to help insects in the area. You need to have a wildlife sanctuary. Can you hear the Young Living talk here? I've learned so much from Young Living. I want to bring Young Living's thinking in the whole concept of sustainability for humans and the planet and animals into everything that we do. So I want to be the person that says, sure, you can have the money, but you need to hire 50% women, or you need to have everyone from every village in this area need to be offered a position at this nonprofit. I want to be the one that gives that money so that I have the power to really, really make a change. And I'm going to be so cheesy, but I'm going to end this with one of my role models' quote, because I truly believe it. If we dream big and we go after our dreams and we take action steps to get there every single day, I truly believe in this quote, and it's from Mary Young, and it is, money in the hands of good people can do great things. And I've worked in a lot of nonprofits, and I feel like this is the first time in my life that I feel like I'm making a huge difference. And it's because we have the foundation, we're helping people build businesses, we're helping people reach, well, daring to dream big and going after their dreams. We're helping people live healthier lives. If you start really researching into how our farms work, you see the work that's being done in not just preserving nature, but helping nature to regenerate. Like Young Living is doing so much good, and being a part of that and using that income to do good out there is incredible. And whenever we're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I should contact that person, yes, you should. You should dream big and you should go for it. There's no cap. There's no one telling you no. There's no one holding you back. There's literally no ceiling. Whatever dream that you have, just go for it. And we have this unique culture in this company where everyone from the top down is going, yes, go for it. You got it. Of course you can achieve it. No one is holding you back apart from yourself. So money in the hands of good people can do great things. Go out there, figure out what your big dream is, and just start taking little steps every day and go for it. I promise you, you'll make it happen. Thank you.